Welcome back. Okay, so this video is going to cover the next 4 pages of your workbook. Can I just say something about all these activities in this workbook? This Module 1 workbook has the most activities in it. None of the other workbooks have got this many activities. It's something about preparing properly because it avoids something else. I think it's 6 Ps. I'll let you fill in the blanks. So it's really important before you venture out and do a project that you've prepared. And so this module is all about the preparation, the planning, being able to actually see the big picture of everything that's going to take place in the future. So the next 4 pages of your workbook, I'm going to be covering in this one video. And I'm really just going to be asking you to go through these just like the other pages. Sit down, take some time. I really don't want you to spend a long period of time on this, but I want you to think about each question, even if it's just the fact that it brings these concepts to your general awareness, and you can discuss them with your partner or with a friend or colleague and ask them to help you be a sounding board on a couple of points that are of particular importance to you. Starting off with the general preferences, and then we'll go through to your location preferences, the property preferences, and finally your lifestyle preferences, because this is all about just creating a good, strong awareness of what you need and what you want. And then once you've defined that, it is going to make your search so much more succinct. You will be able to pinpoint strategically what you're looking for without figuring that out after 3 or 4 months of wasting time and money. Here we go. General preferences. I'm going to ask you to identify your top 5 suburbs or any specific neighborhoods, because remember, some suburbs have got good neighborhoods and bad neighborhoods. Every suburb has good areas and bad areas, or less than good, not as good. And some not so good suburbs have also got good spots, So what are your top 5 suburbs? And so if you need to take into account being near a particular school, or if you need daycare, or if you need to be near a university, there are questions about that. Daily activities. What do you tend to do? Do you happen to go to the gym every second day? Do you need to be close to uni because you are there a lot? Do you have any pets, hobbies, shopping? What particular shops do you need near? Maybe you've got medical and health issues that need you to be near specific medical or health amenities. Weekend activities. What do you love to do on the weekend? Evening activities. What do you do in the evening? Some people love to go for a nice long walk in the evening. Other people like to just sit down and watch television. Other people like to catch up with friends. Lots of different things that you could be doing in the evenings. What's your preferred kind of street, type of neighbour? I need you to answer these questions, please. And if you're purchasing the home with a partner, you'll probably find these ones are a lot easier than some of the other ones we've spoken about earlier in this module. But do you want to have chickens? Oh, I so want to have chickens, and my husband does not. So we've never had chickens. Conversations like that. So do we have a compromise for the chickens? I'll let your imagination answer that. Next page. Location preferences. What's the maximum time you're willing to spend commuting to work? Is there a particular route that you need easy access to? What's the maximum time you're willing to spend going to the shops? Do you need local shops? Are you happy to drive half an hour to get to the shops? Some people just want to be able to walk to the shops. I need you to answer these questions, even if you just have one sentence in each box. I'm not doing my job properly if I haven't asked you to explore. What local amenities do you need? Some people are bottle shops important to them. Other people really need near that gym. Does anyone need to catch public transport to work, shops, or school? Do you need to be within walking distance of that public transport? Maybe you've only got one car, so one person drives and the other person just catches the train. Where do you go most on weekends, and how close do you need to be to that? How important is a sense of community or friendships with the neighbours? How close is too close with your neighbours? And when you walk from home, where do you walk to? Next, property preferences. What's the building type that you love? What kind of condition does that building need to be in? Are you happy to buy a fixer-upper? Do you want something that's brand new or less than 10 years old? What about something that's more of a heritage style, or do you need a granny flat? Are you happy to live in a unit? Are you in love with the Queenslander style of homes? Renovations. What's a comfortable type of renovation? Are you happy just to put in a new kitchen, or are you looking for something that you can gut? Do you want to do some DIY, or do you want to have it fully contracted out? And do you want to do the renovations before you move in, or do you want to complete them over the first 2 to 3 years that you're living in the home? Lots of questions there that are super important. The kitchen. What type of kitchen do you want? Make a note. Storage. Do you need an independent storage room where you can just throw all the stuff that you've had since you were 3 years old? Or are you happy with just a wine cellar and some space under the house? If you want a wine cellar, some people, it might be more important for them to have a tool shed. Outdoor. Do you want a pool? What size deck are you looking for? Do you want an outdoor kitchen? Are views important to you? Dining. What size dining table do you need? Where do you want the dining table to be? Do you want it to be in addition to a separate meals area? Do you want to have a defined dining room? Home business type. Do you have a home office? Do you need a home office? Do you actually need space for people to come and work at your home so that it'll be not just a home office, but more like a work area? The yard, what size block? What type of garden? And the amount of maintenance that you are willing to put into that garden. So I said size of the garden. Fully fenced. Do you have dogs? Is it important for you to have it fully fenced? Do you just want to feel secure? Do you need a shed? How much parking do you need? Living. Number of living areas. Do you have 3 teenage children and your mother-in-law living with you? Do they all need separate spaces to live in, or are you just like first home buyers and you're quite happy with one living area? Bedrooms. How many bedrooms do you need? How big do you need them to be? Do you need each child to have their own desk in their bedroom? Do you want to have like a study area for the children so that they're all studying out of their bedrooms? Do you need built-in robes, walk-in robes? How many rooms need en suites? Then you think about the preferences to do with the property. What about the power? Does it need to have solar panels? Are you happy to put them on afterwards? Are they important to you? How much storage do you need? We talked about that a little bit before, but obviously storage for power. When you harvest the electricity from your solar panels, do you want to have a battery there to store it? What about charging electric vehicles? Air conditioning. Do you want ducted versus individual units? Ducted is great, but sometimes you've got one big unit that's running a house when you really only need it in 2 rooms. So maybe split system is a more economical thing to look out for at the end of the day. Is that going to bother you too much when you found the home of your dreams? The air conditioning generally comes off a bit second on the list of importance there. Security. Security is not just about doors, cameras, fences, gates, and alarms. It's about the street, the neighbours, and the area as well. Baths, walk-in showers, bathtubs, number of vanities. Do you need a bathtub? Some people don't take baths. Next, lifestyle preferences. So what room do you spend the most time in, and what's important about that room to you? Do you need a designated office, or are you happy just to have a desk that's off the kitchen? Do you enjoy taking care of a yard? What about a herb garden or a vegetable garden? How do you like to look after your guests? What's important to you? So when you're having guests stay, do you want them to have their own bedroom with ensuite? Or are you happy for them to have the family room with the sofa bed in it? Where am I up to? Right. Do you need a lot of storage space? What are you storing? Are you willing to park somewhere other than a garage? How many people need to fit in your kitchen whilst you are cooking? Do you need space for any hobbies that you have? Do you take baths? Do you need a bathtub? I did talk about that. What do you like to walk to? Do you like to walk to a park? Do you like to walk to the fish and chip shop? How much effort are you willing to dedicate to renovations, and what's too much, and what appliances matter most to you? So that's an interesting one. Appliances, there are so many appliances, aren't there? So that's our lifestyle preferences, property preferences, location preferences, and general preferences. A lot of people don't really give a lot of thought to that before they go and visit their first open home, and then they're just like bombarded with information at the open home to the point where they're not actually absorbing information about that open home. So by strategically thinking about what's important to you, you'll nail those open homes, and you'll come up with a buyer's brief that will help you to pinpoint, and it will just take out so much of the guesswork. So the next video we're talking about will be about the conflict and compromises from everything we've just talked about. I'll see you then.